Welcome to the fifth section of the tutorial, that is string functions. This is another interesting topic and where we are going to work with few examples. We are going to redo our database, and that we will be when we start the section doing, but when we have that data in the database, we are going to move on to the learning of a bunch of new commands, and those commands all are called string functions, and this will be explained clearly in this topic. So regarding the string function, the string list is a string composed of substrings separated by characters. So we will be learning few syntax or few commands which we will be used to explain here using some examples. So regarding the string functions, when we go and Google the string functions, let me show it for you. My SQL string functions. Okay, you can see it when we search for MySQL string functions. It will give you a list of string functions and operators in this website. Here you can see most of the strings we will not be using it. However, the few things, almost 4 to 5, we will be used while working. I haven't used it completely. So if you want any details of any string, and you can just come here and you can pick it up and you can select it accordingly. Okay, these are the string functions. We will be explaining about concat, char length, the length, and substring in this, and I will replace, reverse. We will explain all these few important string functions here in this video. Okay, so I'm going to load the books data for you. Let me go ahead and load the books data. Okay, I'm going to create a database called bookshop. Okay, the database bookshop doesn't exist, so now I am going to create a database named bookshop. Okay, the database has been created, and now let me use the database. Okay, now we are in the database bookshop. Now we are going to create a table. Let's name the table as books. Okay, now what are the columns to be mentioned in table? Title, author, first name, author, last name, released year, now stock quantity, number of pages in the books. That's it. That's all the columns we are going to add for the table books. And now we want to declare the data types. Here the title will be a varchar. It will be 100. Okay, and before that we need some primary key. We can create it as book ID. So it will be a primary key, so it's an integer, not null, and which we need as auto increment. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me add a comma here. Varchar 100, and author F name is also a string. Okay, and released year is integer, comma, stock quantity is also an integer, page is also an integer. So we want to call the primary key. The primary key is book ID. Okay, now call it. Now let me go ahead and run this. Yes, the table has been created. Now let's give the values. Insert into books, and what are the things we have to give? Book ID is an auto incremented value. Title, author F name, author last name, released year. Okay, and pages. Okay, now we have to give the values. For giving the values, I have some saved. I'm taking the values from few documents, and let me give the values here. Okay, now let me go ahead and execute this. Okay, the book has been executed. Now in order to check the books table, describe books, here it is, and if you want to see the table completely, select star from books, control enter. Yes, here is the table. This is a big data. Okay, title, author first name, author last name, released year, stock quantity, and pages. So we have loaded our book data, and now we are going to look into few other functions which is related to strings. So the first one is concat, and concat, you can see the two. Suppose if we want to have two column names, author first name and author last name, and you want the name together as author's name, we will be using the function concat. If you want to join the data of two columns, we will use the string concat. Okay, I will show you with an example here. Okay, now this table, author first name and author last name here, and I will show you how to concat or join these two tables. Okay, okay, now what we have to do is, actually the table is, this syntax is concat author first name and author last name. Okay, but this will not work. We will have to use the command select. So what are the things you have to show it. If you want to show, okay, select Khulafa's name and last name, control enter, control enter. Okay, here we have to from books. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to mention it as okay, here it is, but here you can see there is no spaces added here. So what I will do is we can add as strings in columns. We can add some space here so that it will get added. Let me run this. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, now you see the spaces between. However, it is, if you want mention it as select star, it will gives you the complete table. Okay, now if you want to, no, it will, if you have to rename this, you can, by this we can see that it is concat author name, first name, last name. So what we have to do is we have to rename it as, what is the thing we have to, author name, that is author. Do you see this? The column has been renamed as author. So if you want to select two strings, like let me check whether whether we want to suppose hello world is the string we want to concat, we can just type it as concat hello world, and you can see it is mentioned here. And if you want to add space between hello world, do you see it? And I will show you. Do you see it? This is the thing which we have to work with. And if we want to rename the column name as new, do you see the new column? This is the same way we have implemented in two columns here for author first name and last name here. So this is all about this concat, and also we will be knowing the concat ws, that is concat with separator. And for that we will, if you want to add, you can add the separators, that is what we have to separate at the first itself, that is concat w underscore ws. The other, no need to add a separator here. We can make the separator in this chart, that is if it is underscore, we can mention it here and then leave a column. Do you see the underscore here? This is how we use the concat ws with, that is concatenation with separators in this. Okay, that's all about concat. And now we will move into the next thing, substring. The substring works with the parts of the strings, and I will give you an example. Like if there is a substring, if there is a string hello world, here it is. Okay, and if we want to select, see, I will show you the substring command is like this. If we want to select any particular letter or any particular words of hello world, it will be, now I'm going to enter this. This will select from the start 1 2 3 4, 1 to 4 letters, it will show it up, and another 1 comma 4. And if we use this, I will show it to you. Substring hello world 7. So the first letter is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. The 7th letter, from the 7th letter it will print it out, world. Here it started with first and printed the first 4 words, and here the 7 means it will print the first 7 letters. Let's give another example. If we give hello world 3 and 8, what will get printed out? Okay, 3 means 1 2 3. The third one is L L O, and the 8th one is W. And what is the 8th one? That's the 8 words. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 till L. This is 8 letters, it will print it out. So if it is a -3, it will print the last 3. So you can try with different examples and from here. And one more thing, like we will show you, like if you want to, from the title, I will show you. Select substring from the title. Do you see it will print only the first 10 characters? One, it starts with 1 and then 10 characters. And we can name it as short title. Do you see it? This is how we will use the substring in the tables. And we can use the concat and the substring together. I will show you another query from here. Suppose if you want to add the last three dots for the last 3 dots after this short title, we will add. Select concat substring of title 1 to 10, and then we will comma and add the string. We are concating with this. Do you see this? We got this. And if you want to rename it, we can rename as short title with dots. Here it is. This is how we use the thing concat and substring. So you can do a couple of exercises to work on this. Now we will move on to the next string function, that is replace the parts of the string, or replace function as well as the other string functions. It change only the query output. Like the same in case of substring, it will not change the actual data of the database. So let's open up the workbench and let's go through the top, how we can use the code replace. Okay, using the replace code, we can replace any string. Like I will show you for the hello world. If you use replace hello world with the hell with these kind of the string, do you see this? It will be replaced like this. And if you can replace a string, and if you want to replace I will show you this. If you want to replace O, the alphabet O from as different asterisk, we can replace it with 0. You can see this, it will be replaced with 0. And you can use a substring also here, like here. If you want to replace the title in all the titles, first, where is it? Okay, suppose if you want to, under the column title, if you want to replace all the letters E with different letter, we can use like this. We can type it as select replace, and what column we want to replace, title, and from the title what is the letter we are looking at. If you are to replace E by the hash symbol, okay, from books, do you see all the E's have been replaced here? So if you want to, you can use the functions concat, substring along with the replace. You can use this, and this is how we will use the command replace. And also another string function is there that I will show you, that is the reverse. If you want to reverse any strings, you can use this. Simply you can use the command select replace hello world. It will reverse hello world. It will print it in the reverse. If you want to reverse the author name here, author name column, you can see it will reverse the author first name. See, I am using this with concat. Do you know what this will print out? Concat of author first name and reverse of first name from books. First name and reverse of first name. Do you see? If you can add a space, oh my god, okay, do you see this? this is printed with space and then it is printed in reverse. This is how we use the command reverse. And another command in the string we will use is the char length. The char length is the number of characters in the string. It's very simple command that we use it here, and it is just select char length and if you mention the string name, and this will gives you the number of characters. It's 11. And if you want to know the length of author name from that books, select char length of author name, or we can give it like this: author last name okay, char length of author last name I can give it like this is okay. This is we can okay. If you want to give the char length of author name, the simple thing is select char length author last name from books. Okay, this is the name. Like if you can mention the author last name here so that we will be able to know. The last name is like this. You can add it like this. Concat just do this. One second. Select concat of author last name. Char is char length of author last name. Long from books. Okay, this we can add space here. Lahari is 6 long, Cayman is 6 long. You can use this kind of use like this, the concat also here. Now we have seen the replace and the char length, and now we can see the upper and lower. These are the commands we can use for the upper. Let me copy it and paste it for you. For uppercase letters, we want to display everything in uppercase. Here it is, hello world. And if it is a lower, here it is. And and you can use, if you want to move all the titles of the books here, upper, it will display all the titles in uppercase letter. And see, my favorite, you can use concat here. Do you see my favorite? We have used this string as to concat with the titles. My favorite book is. Like this, we can have some exercises, and we can this is what the few string functions of it. And that's about the string functions. You can search for more string functions examples, and so that you can work on it and you can find the solution by your own. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please click on the like button, and if you want to say any suggestions or any feedback, please don't forget to leave it. And please subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you.